to first and foremost start by giving infinite praise, honor, and glory unto Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai Ba'Shem Rachah Kadash. I'd like to say, Shalom Washen Yukabad God Wala Rekab Zakoyim Nawa Wahashala Yakim Nawa, which of course is double honors to our elders and apostles of Great Millstone. And Shalom Wabarakim Labakarim Shal Yasha Allah, which is peace and blessings unto the elect. I'm the brother Dawudah from the DC Church, back with another short lesson through the spirit and power of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai. And, as you can see on the screen, I just want to touch on the tensions that's going on over there between Israel and Hamas, namely, Israel and, these Palestinians or Arabs, whatever you have you. And, of course, relate that to prophecy, because I found it interesting that, the history of these tensions really dates back to 1948. When, of course, Israel became a Jewish state, quote unquote, and basically, the Jewish people, the so-called Jews, pretty much kicked out, all of the Palestinians. They kicked them out, and they basically turned it into a Jewish state, because before that, you had Great Britain, who kind of who pretty much occupied the land of Israel. And then they declined, and then once they declined, you had the ooze people, all right, the JOOs pretty much took over, and so those tensions started brewing up, and then now here we are in 2024, damn near 75 years later, where pretty much that those tensions are now exploding. And it just made me think about how the Lord is a wise chess player. He basically set up the moves. He set up the pieces, all right, so that when the time comes, it's going to be checkmate, and now here it is, you got all of these tensions brewing according to prophecy, okay? And as you can see, all you see on, these are all, some of these are live updates. Some of these are updates from 2 days ago. You got bombs going off, children dying, okay? You got, families being broken up, all right? Women, children, men, all dying on both sides. You see? Some of the headlines say, it says, Rafah invasion to start soon. Israel-Hamas ceasefire deal breaks down. Okay, it says new video of American Israeli hostage in Gaza released by Hamas. Hamas willing to agree on truce deal with Israel. You see, they're saying, that of course they want these peace talks. It says Hamas rejects hostage deal. Iran attempts cover up of Israel attack. Israel calls out U.S. pro-Palestinian college protests. It says moving ahead with Rafah invasion, Israel-Hamas war, vantage with Palki Sharma Salakia. Basically, the tensions are still brewing up, and I didn't want to get too deep into it, because there's a lot of history that goes into why there's conflicts going on with them. But I do have a short article here. But before I get that, let me grab this real quick. This is matter of fact, let me get this first. This is because when we see things like this happening, this is supposed to be a sign for us to know that we're living in the end of the end days. Okay, this St. Matthew chapter 24 verse 3. It says, and as he sat upon the Mount of Olives, the disciples came unto him privily, saying, tell us, when shall these things be, and what shall be the sign of thy coming and the end of the world? Okay. And Yahushua basically broke down to them all of the things that we literally see happening in the world right now. And the only difference is, of course, we've seen these things, throughout history, but the only difference between history and right now is that all of these things are happening collectively. All right, all at one time. So I'm going to just skip down to the point, which is verse 7. It says, "For nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom, and there shall be famines and pestilences and earthquakes in diverse places." Okay, and that's what we see happening. Really, what's going on between Israel and Hamas, that's happening right now with Russia and Ukraine. That same thing is also happening with China and Taiwan. All right, that same, and it's various numerous wars and rumors of wars that's going on right now. You see, which Lord's will, I'll be able to touch on those in other videos. But right now, I just wanted to touch on the Israel and Hamas. Okay, namely because these people are fighting over a land that's truthfully not even theirs. All right, we know who that land belongs to. But I'm gonna get a little bit of this article. It says Israel strikes Iran, and this came out April 19th. Okay, about a week ago. It was published April 19th, about a week ago. It says Israel strikes Iran. Israeli officials say White House declines to comment on attack. Okay, so it says Israel carried out a strike on Iran early Friday in retaliation of a barrage of missiles and drones launched last week. Okay, so you basically had they launched an attack on Iran because Iran had attacked them. All right, so I'm gonna skip down. I'm gonna basically get the key updates. It says, as Israel-Iran tensions ramp up, experts say cooler heads may have prevailed for now. Biden administration orders silence after Israel strikes on Iran. World leaders call for restraint. Turkey and Oman condemns Israeli attacks. Okay. Here's what to know. Iranian state media was muted in its response to the attack, saying Iran's air defense systems intercepted 3 small drones in Isfahan province. Other thing to know, it says there's no damage to Iran's nuclear sites. And of course, this is just the propaganda that they're putting out. All right, there's actually children, women, men, people dying, all right, based on what's happening over there right now. Okay, it says the International Atomic Energy Agency said Friday morning, Isfahan province is the site of Iran's largest nuclear research complex. The area is also home to military base. Okay, cool. All right. So that's pretty much what's going on over there. Real short, real brief. I just wanted to bring that out. So let me grab a couple of these precepts. This is Isaiah chapter 9 and verse 5. It says, "For every battle of the warrior is with confused noise and garments rolled in blood. But this shall be with burning and fuel of fire." And so you got to ask yourself the question, when has a war ever been fought with majority of burning and fuel of fire? Majority of wars been fought with guns. All right, when you think about modern times, of course, guns. Maybe you had some grenades here or there, but this is talking about just straight up burning and fuel of fire. All right. We understand that particularly has not happened yet. All right. Namely, it just hasn't happened yet. Okay. You had the attack on Pearl Harbor, which led to the bombing of Hiroshima and Nagasaki. All right. But there was no retaliation with that. All right. There was no war after that. This is straight up saying that both sides are going to be doing the bombing. All right. Both sides are going to be fighting with burning and fuel of fire. Okay. Which, of course, we know is the thermonuclear missiles, the ICBMs. All of these things are created according to prophecy. Okay. There's nothing that's happening outside of the ordinary that the scriptures didn't tell us was already going to happen. And so when we see these things, we're able to easily compare it to what's going on. All right. With the Lord told it, we're able to easily compare what's happening in the world to what the scriptures say. All right. Because it already told us aforetime. Jeremiah 4:19 says, my bowels, I am pained at my very heart. My heart maketh a noise in me. I cannot hold my peace, because thou hast heard, O my soul, the sound of the trumpet, the alarm of war. Okay. And that's what's happening right now. The alarm of war is being rung throughout the world, and you have various countries that are neck and neck at each other. You have China and Taiwan. You have Russia and Ukraine, and of course, you have Israel and Hamas. All right, or Israel versus the Palestinians. Okay, so it's various, destruction happening throughout the world. All right, and there's various wars and rumors of wars that are currently taking place right now, and it's all according to prophecy. All right, the things that we're seeing right now really is supposed to be a sign to us that we need to get our heads right, okay, and we need to get our minds right with Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, so that when that time comes, because we understand that these wars are only going to get worse. All right, they're only going to continue to brew up. They're only going to lead to more and more destruction, and eventually it's going to touch home base. All right, eventually it's going to come down to there being a new world order, okay, the implementation of the MOTB, okay, or the RFID chip, all right, where everybody is under one banner, one government, one rulership, one monetary system, all right, which is why they're trying to create this digital currency. It's all for control, okay? It's all about control to Esau. All right, we know that it's going to get to that point, but before it gets to that point, all right, what are we supposed to be doing? What is our conduct supposed to be like? What is our mindset? What should our mindset be going into these times? All right, and going into those days. Continuing on in verse 20, it says, Jeremiah 4:20, destruction upon destruction is cried, for the whole land is spoiled. Suddenly are my tents spoiled and my curtains in a moment. You see, and that's how fast, all right, that's how fast these last days are going to sneak up on Jake. All right, that's how fast it's going to sneak up on those who have not been paying attention and who have not been watching. All right. Revelation chapter 11 and verse 14, the second woe is past, and behold, the third woe cometh quickly. All right. Emphasis on the quickly. Okay. You got a lot of Jakes that are, so out of the loop, worried about what's going, rap beefs, Kendrick Lamar and Drake, and man, all of these things that we see is nothing but folly, man. All right. Vanity. Okay. Because we have real tribulations that's about to touch these shores, man. Okay. We have real tribulations. We have real temptation that's about to take place. And if your mind is on things other than, or you're getting distracted by things other than prophecy and things that's actually pertaining to what's important, you're going to be caught up, man. You're going to be caught up in those last days. All right. So I just got one more precept. I'm going to bring this out and probably close out this second Ezra chapter 5 and verse 1. It says, nevertheless, as really this word is supposed to be concerning. So I'm going to just say concerning. Nevertheless, as concerning the tokens, behold, the days shall come that they which dwell upon the earth shall be taken in a great number, and the way of truth shall be hidden, and the land shall be barren of faith. All right. And the main reason why I wanted to bring out this precept is because it says, nevertheless, as concerning the tokens. Now, when you go into the word token, all right, and you look it up in the etymology, okay, that word token, which we always get into, but why not, continue to. That word token stands for what? A sign, a symbol, evidence, all right, to show, explain, teach, an omen, okay? And a nomen omen is basically like a name that prophesies what that person is going to be. That's pretty much what it goes back to. It goes back to prophecy. All right. It says, pronounce solemnly, compare. Yep. Yeah, that's the point. Okay. It's basically evidence. It's proof. Okay. It's proof that what? The Lord is real. The things that are happening right now, all right, are proof that Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai's word is true. Okay, so nevertheless, as concerning the prophecies, you can pretty much say, behold, the day shall come that they which dwell upon the earth shall be taken in a great number, and the way of truth shall be hidden, and the land shall be barren of faith. But iniquity shall be increased above now, Salakia. But iniquity shall be increased above that which now thou seest, or that thou hast heard long ago. And the land that thou seest now to have root, shalt thou see wasted suddenly. Okay? So even though we have our freedoms right now, and we're able to walk about and do, these wars haven't touched, our homelands. And truthfully, this is not our homeland. We've been scattered and dispersed. But the war and the tribulation hasn't touched our doorstep yet. Doesn't mean that we should take this liberty. All right, we should take advantage of this liberty. Okay, we should take advantage. All right, in a righteous sense. Okay, to get our minds right. All right, to pray, to do all we need to do to prepare our spirits for these latter times, man. Hey, so with that, that's pretty much the point right there that I wanted to hone forth. And Lord's will is edifying unto the elect. Of course, I want to give infinite praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rechak Kodash. And until next time, I like to say, hey, Shalom.